acquired in life is not what makes you badass. Your level of education is not what makes you badass. The fact that we can't get another you is what makes you badass. The fact that you are the divine in human form is what makes you badass. The fact that you are the only person on the face of this earth that sees the world the way that you do is what makes you badass. The fact that you are the one thing that we cannot replace. I don't give a damn how many scientists you get, how many theologians, how many philosophers. We can't ever replicate you. You can't be replicated. We can replicate cars. We can replicate houses. We can replicate outfits. We can do all of that. Diamonds, gold. We can replicate all of that stuff. You're the one thing that can't be replicated at all. And we got the audacity to walk around questioning our worth, questioning our value, thinking that we're not enough. Not enough for who? Who did you place on some pedestal to where all of a sudden you don't feel like you're not enough for what? Hey, what's up, Elisa? I'm telling you. All right, let's get busy. Let's get busy. Let's get busy. Now, come on, D, not anymore. And that's okay. Right there, D. I love that, D. I love what you just said. See, I love me some D. I love that. Because she's right. That's okay that's okay that maybe there was a time that you felt like you weren't enough. There was a time that maybe you felt like you weren't worthy. That's why this platform is so important. That's why our community is so important. That's why everything that we're doing is so important. I'm just here to remind you. I'm going to remind you, and I'm going to keep reminding you, and I'm going to remind you, I don't care what anybody else has to say, because you can't prove to me that you're not everything that I'm telling you that you are, because I understand what you are. I'm standing at the highest level of awareness. I don't know if you can get any higher than where I am right now, to be honest with you. Like, I know what you are, and I'm only going to see you through your potential, not through your past failures and mistakes, not through who you used to be, not through your current circumstances. All of those things are a reflection of who you were, not who you are. Those things don't reflect who you are. They reflect decisions that you made in all of your yesterdays. We ain't got time for that. I'm telling you, take that shirt off called yesterday and step into the present moment, and let's focus on who you are becoming. All right. Yeah, I mean, we can't, here's my thing. We can't give focus and energy to things that we no longer have the ability to control. We can't give focus and energy to things that we no longer have the ability to impact. Damn, if we can impact the situation, okay, well, let's focus on it. It makes all the sense in the world if we can change the situation. If we can go and change the situation, let's give all of the energy to that. But if we can't change the situation and we're giving all of this focus, energy, and attention to a situation that we can't impact the outcome, we can't affect what's going on, we can't change what happens, that's called depression. Anytime that you are focusing on something that you can't control, anytime that you are focusing on something that you can't change the outcome to that thing, you are going to suffer in that moment. Not because the universe is trying to punish you, because the universe is letting you know you have stepped outside of the present moment. Anytime you step outside of the present moment, suffering begins immediately because you're in God's lane. You're no longer in your lane. Your lane is the present moment. That's where all of your power lives. That's where love lives. That's where the truth lives. That's where happiness lives. That's where you can impact anything that you want in this moment. You can't experience love in any other moment other than this one. You can't experience truth in any other moment other than this one. No, coach, that's not true. I can think about my past and think about all of the memories that I have from all of my yesterdays, and I can experience love through those feelings. But where are you experiencing the feelings? Are you experiencing the feelings during that time period, or are you experiencing them in the present moment? The present moment is the only moment that allows you to experience anything. So why would you ever want to be outside of the present moment? When I step into my yesterday, I open the window to depression. When I step into my tomorrow mentally and spiritually and emotionally, I open the door to worry. I open the door to stress. I open the door to imposter syndrome on all of those things because I'm focused on some outcome that I can't control. Now I'm playing God. I'm all in his lane now. He's like, no. See, you got to remember, suffering is a divine push. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. Suffering is a divine push. It's God doing this to you. Go back to your lane. Let me deal with this. Go back to your lane. Let me deal with this. Suffering is a divine push and it's beautiful. That's how you know he loves you, because he's sending you something to let you know when you are out of alignment with your highest and best self. It's the greatest. I don't give a damn if somebody give you 1,000 Rolls Royces and 100 Chanel bags. It will never be more of a gift to you than the suffering in your life, because the suffering in your life is the only thing designed to keep you in alignment with the present moment, which is where all of your power lives. Bottom line, your friends don't do that for you. Your mom and dad don't do that for you. Your kids don't do that for you. Your friends and neighbors don't do that for you. There's not a person on this planet that does that for you other than suffering. So what you should say your best friend is suffering. Who you should say your ride or die is suffering. Who you should say the one that's been holding you down this entire time is suffering. The problem is you've been looking at it through the wrong filter. You don't see it as the gift. You see it as a curse. You're looking at it as though something is wrong with you. Anytime it shows up, you think something is wrong. So you start shrinking, you run in the room and close the door. You don't want to talk to anybody. You binge watching Netflix. No, suffering is a divine push. It's letting you know it's time to let go of something that you've been hanging on to. You're not living in the truth of what's happening in the present moment. There's someone that's no longer adding value to your life. Oh, suffering is a bad boy. Suffering is a bad boy. Suffering is a bad boy. Suffering is like the biggest bodyguard that you have ever seen in your life. I'm talking about this dude is like 7'2", 450 pounds, cock diesel, muscles everywhere. And he don't care about no one but you. If you come closer to her, I'm going to do something to you. If you get close to her, I'm going to do something to you. If you walk up on him, I'm going to do something to you. See, the suffering is coming in your life to let you know there's something that doesn't deserve to have access to you anymore. There's something in your life in this moment that no longer deserves to have access to you because you are too powerful. You are a gift to this planet. You are the divine in human form. And there's something, and the suffering is just doing its job. It's the security. It's standing like this. Man, you don't deserve to have access to her. No. But see, you turn the suffering around and you're looking at it through the wrong filter. Looking at it through the total wrong filter. If you look at anything through the wrong filter, you're going to suffer. I don't care what you're looking at through the wrong filter. That's why self-awareness is so important. Everybody catch that? I am who I am. I see you. Daily Dose, I see you. I'm telling you, we got all these people running around and you putting all of these names and phrases and all of these things on your bumper, on your license plate and bumper stickers that don't mean nothing. We got all of these, metaphors and affirmations and things like, man, please, man, suffering. Best gift you ever, suffering. That's it. That's it. We just attached a negative connotation to it, and that's the reason why we look at it through the wrong filter. Because we've been listening to other people who didn't know any more than you know. We listening to them. Okay, that's what it means. Start placing all these labels on ourselves. No, man, you got awareness, man. Awareness is the baddest thing on the planet, period. Because it's not about other people, it's about you. This life is about you. It's a single player game. We got to stop playing it at a multiplayer level. Life is a single player game. The moment you start playing it at a multiplayer level, you're going to lose the game. I need you to catch that. I said life is a single player game, and the moment that you start playing it at a multiplayer level, you're going to lose the game. You can never win it at a multiplayer level. You will never win the game playing it at a multiplayer level. What does that mean? Before I even start saying what I'm saying, let me take the babies in God out of the conversation. I'm not talking about them. They need you. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about everybody else. I hate that I have to say that, but sometimes on this platform, you get people that's operating at a lower mind. And so they start, well, what about this? Man, come on, man. Turn the awareness up. Turn the awareness up. Turn the awareness up. Got my Kales in the building. Rockstar in the making. Let me say this real quick before I jump into this. Let me say this real quick before I jump into this live, because this is important. This is important. Hey, what's up, Rima? This is important. This is important. I'm saying this with my whole spirit, chest, everything. Let me say this. Come on, Dave. Let me say this. You are already complete. Man, I need you to understand what I'm saying to you right now. I said you are already complete. What's making you incomplete in this moment is that you have placed all of these expectations onto other people. And it's not that you're actually incomplete, but because you're living your life through your expectations of other people. Let me qualify that. You need people to love you. You need people to believe in you. You need people to validate you. You need people to support you. You need people to do all of these things. And when you're placing all of these expectations, I need you to catch this. When you place all of these expectations on other people, you are making yourself weak in that moment, because all of those things come from you. They don't come from people. You need people to respect you and to believe in you and to show up for you and to love you. Wait a minute. The last time I checked, all of that comes from you. And what unlocks all of that is when you start adding people to your life and you attach meaning to their actions and to their behaviors and to what they're doing in your life and the role that you assign this person to play in your life. When you start attaching meaning to that, it unlocks what was already in you. Respect comes from you. It doesn't come from the other person. Respect comes from the relationship you have with yourself. And then I can mirror that back to you. Love comes from you. It doesn't come from the other person. You add this person to your life. You attach meaning to this person and you unlock what was already there. Validation comes from you. External validation is for parking, not for you. That's what you give the ticket to the man at the valet station. That's what validation is for, parking. You don't need someone else to validate you. One more time. You are already whole. You are already complete. What makes you feel incomplete? What makes you feel like you're not enough? What makes you feel like you're worthy is that you are living your life through your expectations versus living your life out of your your divine essence. The version of you that God created is already complete, is already enough. I couldn't add something to that version of you if I wanted to. I need you to understand all of this. So you're walking through life and you're adding people to your life and you're doing all of these things. Sam, what's going on with my brother? You're adding all of these people to your life and you're doing all of these things. But you've got I need you to just see it. I'm not asking you to change anything. I'm not asking you to stop anything. I'm asking you to turn the awareness up and you'll see what I'm saying to you. Come on. Come on. This is family time right here. We family. We shadow boxing right now. Listen to what I'm saying. If I need people to believe in me, I'm weak. If I need people to love me and I'm not loving myself, I'm weak. If I need people to validate me and I don't validate myself, I'm weak. I need you to see how you're giving all of your power away. You don't have no power because all of your power is coming from some external source versus coming from knowing. Knowing is the most powerful thing on the planet. See, they told us, watch this. They told us that faith and belief was all we needed. Oh, you just got to have faith and belief. That's all you need, coach. I'm like, that's all I need. They like, yeah, that's all you need. Nah, there was another level that they never told us about. That other level is called knowing. Nothing is more powerful than knowing, because knowing is absolute. When you have knowing, you don't need to talk to anyone. There's nobody else to talk to when you step into knowing. See, let me qualify that. If you were to go pick up your kids one day from school and you were late, maybe you hit some traffic or something, but you were late, and there's a new principal there. This principal has never seen you before. This principal is standing outside with your kids, has never seen you before. If you walk up to pick up your kids and he were to ask you, are these your kids? And you say, well, I believe they are. He gonna look at you like you lost your mind. Because belief is not enough in that moment. You need knowing. Absolutely, those are my kids. I know. I don't believe they are. I know they are. Another example. You don't want to believe that your significant other isn't cheating on you. You want to know. Because belief leaves the window open for possibility for something to go wrong. When you have knowing, I don't need to talk to anyone else. So one more time, belief is wonderful and faith is wonderful, but nothing is more powerful than knowing. I don't believe in God. I don't need to believe in him because I know him. I sit with him every single day. The same way you know your kids. You don't have to believe in them because you know them. I sit with God so much, I damn near know him better than he knows himself. And I'm saying that tongue in cheek right now, but I'm being serious at the same time. I don't need to believe in him because I know him. I'm with him all the time. I spend the majority of my time talking to him. I know what he needs me to do. I have knowing. This belief is not required when you have knowing. You have to know who you are becoming. You have to know that you have talent and potential. You have to know how powerful you are. You have to know what you can become. You don't want to believe in those things. You got to know. Because when you have knowing, you walk, talk, act, and think differently. That part right there, Cookie, when you have knowing, there's no guessing. There's no wondering. There's no hoping. Nothing to hope for. I already know. I don't need you to tell me I'm the baddest thing walking. I already know. But if I need you to tell me, then that means I only believe that I am. Does that make sense? You guys catch that? That part right there, Raquel, when you have knowing, belief is no longer required. I tell people, keep your belief. I don't need you to believe in me. I have knowing. Nothing is more powerful than knowing. You don't want to believe in who you can become. You want to know. You need knowing, because knowing keeps you operating at a different vibrational frequency. I operate at a different vibrational frequency when it comes to God, or when it comes to my tomorrows, or when it comes, I know. And not only that, when I'm operating at, knowing keeps you operating at literally the highest vibrational frequency. There's nothing else you don't need. See, when you have knowing, there is no more need for external validation. You're not looking for other people to believe in you. You're not looking for other people to show up for you. You're not looking for other people to support you, because you understand that all of those things has to come from you first. And then when you start adding people to your life, they're going to reflect back to you everything that you are energetically. See, you don't become what you want. You become what you are. What you are when no one else is watching. What you are at your core and at your essence. That's what you become. That's why you need knowing. That part right there, because you're not looking for anything from anyone. When you have knowing, you're walking around like I'm already the baddest thing walking. And I don't care what my circumstances are, because my circumstances don't reflect who I am. My circumstances only reflect who I was, who I used to be. I ain't worried about that. That's a moment in time. I'm not caught up on that. Tavares, I appreciate you, my brother. Does that make sense? Hey, what's up, Nat? I keep telling you guys, the baddest thing walking is you. You don't believe that yet. See, you're not right there. See what the word I use? See that word choice? You don't believe? No. You have to know that. You can't believe it. You have to know it. Because when you know it, you embody it mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. You have to know it. You are the baddest thing walking, but you don't believe it. And then that belief has to metamorphosize into knowing. Okay? Uh-oh. 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 That part right there. Uh-oh. Here we go. Your relationship with someone else cannot be more important to you than your relationship with someone else. Let me say that one more time. Your relationship with someone else cannot be more important to you than your relationship with yourself. I said your relationship with someone else cannot be more important to you than your relationship with yourself. So many of us are stuck in life because you have some relationship with something else. And that relationship that you have with this something else is more powerful than the relationship you have with yourself. That's why you're stuck. If you're allergic to the truth, you might want to scroll past this live right now. If you're allergic to the truth, if the truth is something you don't like to face and deal with, you may want to scroll past. Don't mean you're a bad person. Don't mean there's anything wrong with you. You just may want to scroll past. You may want to miss this part of the conversation. I'm telling you guys, that's a diamond hard fact. I'm telling you, the only reason why you are stuck in life is because you have a relationship with something else that's more powerful than the relationship you have with yourself. That's a diamond hard fact. Let me qualify that. You got a relationship with your procrastination. That's more powerful than the relationship with your growth. You have a relationship with your distractions. That's more powerful than a relationship with who you are becoming. You have a relationship with some person. That's more powerful than a relationship you have with yourself. You have a relationship with some negative habit, something you won't let go of, whether that be porn or drugs or whatever the case may be. And that relationship is more powerful than the relationship you have with who you are becoming. In this moment, if you are stuck in life, it is because you have a relationship with something else that's more powerful than the relationship you have with yourself. And if you live in the truth, I'm not asking you to put it in the comments. I'm not asking you to change anything. I'm saying if you live in the truth of this moment, you'll see it. That there's something that you have a relationship with that's blocking you from becoming the greatest version of yourself. But because we lack self-awareness sometimes, we don't see it that way. My job as your coach is to bring that to the forefront of your thinking, because we are always a slave to what we are unaware of. So my job is just to wake you up to it, not to get you to change, not to ask you to do anything, just to raise your awareness. If you are stuck in this moment, step back from your life. Just take a step back. From a place of non-emotion, not judgment and all of these other things. Thank you so much for the gift, Daniel. Not all of this judgment. Just take a step back from your life. And I can promise you what you're going to see being reflected back to you is that you have a relationship with something that's more powerful than the relationship you have with who you are becoming. And that relationship that you have with this something, whatever the something is, that could be a person, place, or thing. Whatever that something is, it's stopping you from becoming the greatest version of yourself, because it don't make sense why you got a whole quantum computer sitting here. You got a quantum computer sitting here, a brain that's capable of anything. The only thing that can stop it is you. The only thing that can stand in its way is you. Nothing else can stop it. Nothing else is powerful enough to stop it. So when you're not the most powerful version of yourself, or at least you're not on the process or on the pathway to becoming the most powerful version of yourself, that could only lead me to believe that you have a relationship with something else that's more powerful than the relationship you have with who you are becoming. It's black and white. The only person who can stop you is the person you see in the mirror each morning. No one else has the power to stop you. You got a relationship with procrastination. You got a relationship with who you were yesterday. You got a relationship with some toxic relationship. You've got a relationship with some version of yourself that no longer serves you. There's a relationship in place that's blocking you from becoming the greatest version of you. We got to figure that out. And then the second question is, the $1 billion question is, do you love yourself enough to break ties with that relationship? That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm not saying do anything. I'm not saying go anywhere. I'm not asking you to climb a tree. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm just asking you to look at your life like that. What do you have a relationship with right now that's no longer serving you? Be honest with yourself. I don't need you to be honest with me. Be honest with you. Because if you can't stand in your truth, if you can't live out of your truth, you'll never get to who you are trying to ultimately become. Never. Miss For Real, I see you. Let me say this, because this is important. The things that matter most should never be at the mercy of the things that matter least. I said the things that matter the most should never be at the mercy of the things that matter the least. That will keep you stuck in life. Your relationship with something else should never be more powerful or more important to you than your relationship with God. Your relationship with yourself should never be at the mercy of your relationship with something else. The things that matter most should never be at the mercy of the things that matter the least. Somehow, some way, I don't know how it happens, whether you want to call it programming and conditioning, call it what, place any label there you want. Somehow, some way, we start adding people and things and environments and job titles and homes and gadgets, and we start adding all of these things to our lives. And we start adding all of these things to our lives. Sometimes the most important things get placed on some back burner. And sometimes the things that matter the least end up becoming the most important things. And the things that matter the most end up becoming the things that we pay the least amount of attention to. Every single thing in your life in this moment is a third thing. The combination of you and God combined creates every third thing in your life. Everything comes from that relationship right there. I don't care where you live. I don't care what continent you live on. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what your ethnicity is. I don't care how much money you have right now, whether you're the richest person in the world or the poorest. It doesn't matter. Everything is the byproduct of that original relationship. God created you for him. He did not create you for them. He did not create you for a single person on this planet. He created you for him. And the combination of you and him combined has created everything that you can see, touch, taste, and smell right now. How did that relationship get on the back burner? How was that relationship not priority number one? How are you not walking through this life with being fearless? How are you not walking through this life being the most powerful version of yourself, considering who your father is? I'm just asking you how. Because if you're entertaining fear, that can only mean that there's some area of your life where you're not trusting him, or you wouldn't be experiencing the fear. If you're experiencing worry or stress or doubt, that can only mean there's some area of your life where you're not trusting him. And here's the thing, the area of your life where you're not trusting him is something that's outside of your ability to control it. That's what the negative feelings are coming to teach you. That's what the suffering is trying to teach you. You're in a lane that you have no business being in. You're not trusting him. More importantly, you're not trusting him. Anytime you worry, you are signaling to him, I don't trust you with this particular situation. Anytime that you're experiencing imposter syndrome and all of those things, what you're signaling to him is, I don't trust that things are going to work out for me. Look how selfish you're being. I don't trust that things are going to work out for me. So I'm going to sit here and punish myself by obsessing over something that I can't control the outcome to. Only you can, even though everything in my life you put me in a position to have. I'm not grateful enough with that. I'm focused on this thing that I don't have right now so that I can stress myself out, lower my vibrational frequency, start questioning my worth, start questioning how much I love myself, start questioning and punish everybody in my environment. All because I'm not trusting you. But I'm in church every week. I know the Bible. I can quote the Bible from cover to cover, but it's not in you, it's on you. Life gives you two things. Power. Life gives you two things. Power. Gives you two things. It only gives you two things. That's the only thing that life was going to give. It's going to give you two things. That's all you got to remember. It's going to give you blessings and lessons. That's it. Life only gives you two things. It gives you blessings and it gives you lessons. Every single person that you add to your life from this moment moving forward is going to fit into one of those categories. They're either going to be a blessing for you or they're going to be a lesson. They're going to be a lesson because that person is going to reveal something back to you that you've been avoiding. They're going to mirror something back to you that you've been suppressing, right? That you haven't worked on within yourself. So they're going to be a reflection of something that you need to change about yourself. Lesson. Now, if that person is coming to you and they're helping you to level up meaning that there's something that you need in that moment. Maybe you're trying to start some business and you don't know how to market the business. That person's going to be a blessing in that moment because maybe marketing is something that they have mastery over. Or maybe you're trying to do something, right? Become a content creator or whatever the case may be. And this person knows everything about content creation and all of those things. They're going to be a blessing to you. I promise you right now, if you look at every single person through those filters, you'll see it. Life is neutral. We complicate life because we overthink things. We focus on things that we shouldn't. We jump outside of our lanes. We're always outside of the present moment. We're always having these expectations, I need you to understand this. I need you to understand this. This is beautiful. That part right there, we stay in our head. I need you to catch this though. This is beautiful right here. It's gorgeous. This might be prettier than a rainbow when I'm getting ready to share with you. This just might be as pretty as a rainbow when I'm getting ready to share with you. Pretty as a rainbow. Everywhere that we go in life, your computer is always going with you. I need you to catch this. Let's slow the car down for just a moment. Everywhere that you go in life, your computer is always going with you. Your computer was programmed by society. It was programmed by your parents. All of their fears and their worries and their insecurities and their doubts and their limiting beliefs and their limitations, and then your grandparents and then your aunties and uncles and friends and society and TV. You did not program the computer. Let me say that one more time. You are not responsible for the program that your computer is currently running. That's a diamond hard fact. Watch this. So as you're walking through life, I need you to catch this. This is beautiful. This is violin music here. As you're walking through life and you encounter people, places, things, environments, situations, as you're walking through life, anything that's in alignment with your computer's programming, your computer will allow you to experience love, happiness, joy, and peace in that moment. If whatever it is that's happening in your external world is in alignment with your computer. If something happens to be out of alignment with your computer's programming and conditioning, your computer will send you suffering. There will be unhappiness, sadness, frustration, moodiness, gloominess, fill in the blank. Not because there's something wrong with reality. Catch this. Not because there's something wrong with reality, but because there's something wrong with the programming that you attach to reality, because reality doesn't fit your program. That's why you're suffering. That's why your emotions go like this. That's why it's hard for you to stay happy consistently, for you to love consistently, for you to believe consistently, and for you to have faith consistently. Look at the program you are running. You need reality to fit your computer's program. And when reality doesn't fit your computer's program, guess what? You punish yourself for something that you don't have the ability to control. That's why self-awareness is so important, because you've got to get deprogrammed. You've got to shatter that program that your computer is running, or you will never be happy consistently, or you will never love consistently, or you will never believe and have faith consistently, or you will not walk through life with knowing consistently. Not because there's something wrong with you. Oh, this is the most beautiful thing. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. You are the most beautiful thing that God has ever created. I'm not focused on you. You are incredible. What I'm focused on is the program that your computer is running right now, and how you move through life. And every single person that you meet has to fit your computer's program. And the moment that they don't fit your computer's program, you reject the person. Not because there's something wrong with the person, because the person is not in alignment with what you think is right, with what your computer's programming thinks is a good person, a smart person, a funny person, a beautiful person, a fill in the blank. Does that make sense? I just need you to understand how you work. I'm not asking you to change anything. I'm not asking you to go anywhere, climb anything. I just want you to understand how you work. That's how you work right now in this moment. In this moment, I don't even have to know your name. I can tell you that's exactly how you operate. This is mastery at the highest level. I'm giving you highest level mastery. Hey, what's up, Juliet? So good to see you, mama. This is mastery at the highest level. This is mastery at the highest level. But again, there's nothing wrong with you. I don't want you punishing yourself. Don't upset yourself. Don't think that something is wrong. Don't start making all these drastic changes to you. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. We just need to change the computer. That's it. We just need to change the computer. Excuse me, not the computer. We need to change the program that the computer is running. Once we change the program that the computer is running, everything is fine. Everything is fine. That's what awareness is. That's where awareness is going to take you, right? But that's what's producing all of your suffering. All of your suffering is coming from the way that your computer has been programmed, and you're seeing your reality through that filter. That's the only thing you see. You don't have any other way to see the world other than the program, through the program that your computer is running. Someone else may walk up to something that upset you and not be upset at all. Why? Different programming, different conditioning. Different programming. They're like, why are you so upset? For example, you're driving on the freeway, right? You hit a wall of traffic. And the moment that you hit that wall of traffic, thank you so much for that, mama. The moment that you hit that wall of traffic, you upset yourself. Why did you upset yourself? Because you had an expectation there. You expected it to be no traffic on the freeway when you jumped on the freeway. So the moment you jumped on the freeway and you caught the traffic, you upset yourself in that moment. But it wasn't you that upset you, it was the program. Why? Because the traffic was out of alignment with what your computer's program wanted in that moment. I need you to catch that. There's nothing wrong with your significant other. There's nothing wrong with your kids. There's nothing wrong with your job. There's nothing wrong with the world. There's nothing wrong with the traffic. What's wrong is the program that we run, that we see reality through, because reality is too powerful and too big to fit into your computer's programming. And watch this, 99.9% of reality won't fit your computer's program. I need you to catch that. I said 99.9% of what's happening in your external world won't fit into your computer's program of what you think should be. So just look at the amount of suffering. If you don't get tapped into self-awareness, look at the amount of suffering that you're going to place on yourself. Suffering is coming from you. It's coming from you rejecting or you resisting what is. It's coming from you trying to turn what is into what you want it to be. And the moment that what is shows up in your life and you can't transform what is into what you want it to be, you punish yourself in that moment. And catch the wisdom. Where's the wisdom at in there? Where's the wisdom in there? I just need you to tell me where it's at. I'll sit here all day. Tell me where we find the wisdom in that. Tell me where the wisdom comes in at. I'm going to punish me for something that I don't have the ability to control. I'm going to lower my own vibrational frequency. I'm going to start feeling like I'm not enough. I'm going to start feeling like I'm not worthy. I'm going to start feeling like something is wrong with me because I need reality to be what my computer's program wants it to be versus accepting reality as it is. Getting in the flow of life. Come on, Red. That's all lower mind. Come on, I know. Come on, Red. I know Red was going to throw me a softball. You hurt. I need you to catch this. Oh, this is beautiful right here. This is whisper level. You're hurting not because of the way things are. You're hurting because you're fighting against what is. That's what's creating all of the problems. You hurt not because of the way things are. You're hurting because of your resistance to what is. That person that wants to walk out of your life, there's resistance there. That person that doesn't want to love you anymore, believe in you anymore, there's resistance there. There's no acceptance there. Because we want all of these people to be things for us that we only can be for ourselves. And that person can only be the cherry to the sundae, but never the sundae itself. That part right there. All right. Let me say this. Let's take the elevator up now. Let's take the elevator up. Let's take the elevator up. Let's take the elevator up. Come on, Juliet. Come on, Juliet. Detachment. I know one of those mindset masters, lionesses. Let's go, Juliet. Here we go. I need you to catch this with your whole spiritual essence right now. The loss of one thing is the birth of another. I said the loss of one thing is the birth of another. We suffer so much in life because we're only focused on the loss. We don't understand that something else is coming. Life only gives you loss and gain, never just loss. Anytime you lose one thing, you gain something else. But we lose sight, or we never see the gain coming because we only focus on what's been lost. The loss of one thing is the birth of another. When you start studying self-awareness and you become a master of self, you understand that if that person walked out of your life, if you lose something, right? If someone doesn't believe, it's something else is coming. I'm focused on what's coming, not on what left. Because what left means that God needed to make room for what's coming. Because what's coming and what left can't occupy the same moment. But we only focus on the loss, not on the gain, not on what's coming. Not only that, boom, what you lost never belonged to you. Come on, let's live in the truth. Whatever it is that you lost never belonged to you. The person doesn't belong to you. Every single person is a gift to you. You don't own the person. You get to experience the person. And every single relationship has an expiration date on it. The expiration date was up on that situation. I'm looking for what's coming next. Because I was already love. I was already happiness. I was already joy. I was already abundant. So when this person walks out of my life, I don't lose anything. When I'm focused, I catch this, catch this, catch this. Catch this. What I'm focused on, instead of paying attention to the loss, what did you gain from the relationship you had with that person? What about all of the beautiful memories that you created, right? What about all of the things that you got to experience? What about all of the versions of yourself that you got to unlock as a result of you having access to this person? Again, don't focus on what the person walking out of your life or the fact that they may not be there. Maybe we lost that person to death or whatever the case. Don't focus on that. Focus on what did you gain from the relationship? What did you gain? What did you gain? That's the only thing that matters. Even in the toxic relationship, you gain. You don't lose in life because you're learning what you no longer are willing to tolerate. You learn what you are no longer willing to accept. You learn that this relationship doesn't fit and is not in alignment with who you are ultimately becoming. You always are learning. There are no losses. Winning and losing is the label that you place on the situation. And whatever label you place on the situation, that's what you're going to experience. That's not because that's what reality is trying to teach you. That's because you want to label everything. That's why labeling is one of the 7 pillars of awareness. I teach this all the time. You start labeling stuff, that's what you're going to experience. You're going to experience whatever the label is that you attach to the thing. You might attach the wrong label to the thing, which means you never learn. Yep, ego death, self-awareness, death of the personal ego. Most beautiful thing. One more time, the loss of one thing is the birth of another. We don't lose people because to lose something means that it was yours. That's what's hurting you. You thinking you lost the person. The person was never yours to lose. How do you lose something that never belonged to you? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. How you lose something that never belonged to you? Tell me how. Come on, TC. But you will lose you hanging on to them. You will lose you hanging on to who you used to be. You will lose. See, watch this. We suffer more in our mind than we do in reality. We suffer more in our mind than we do in reality. Reality is not punishing you. Reality is looking like, Coach, I don't even know this lady. She always mad. He always mad. Like, I'm just neutral. I'm not even in it. Reality is not punishing you. The story that you create about reality is what's punishing you. The story that the expectations that, look at all of the expectations that you placed on all of these people and all of your power going outside of you versus you not placing any expectations on anyone, because I'm so focused and busy climbing the mountain called me. There's a version of me at the top of my mountain that I have yet to meet. I'm on the hunt for who I have yet to become. And I won't add people to my life if I think those people can help me to become better, stronger, smarter, faster. And if I can do the same for them, I want synergistic relationships in my life. But if I can't help you and if you can't help me, it's pointless for me to add you to my life. But that's not what we do. When we're operating out of lower mind, that's not what we do. You start adding people to your life because you're bored. You start adding people to your life because you're lonely. You start adding people to your life because your friends are all in relationships and you want to be able to go out and double date and all of these other things like that. You add people to your life for the wrong reason. Because you want someone to love you, because you want attention, because you want affection, because you want someone to be kind and compassionate to you and tell you how wonderful you are. All of those things come from you. Give yourself those things first. And when you give yourself those things, you will energetically attract someone that will reflect back to you everything that you have already given yourself. But the moment that you place some expectation on people to give you what God has already given you the power to give yourself, you create attachments. You create your own suffering now. We're not going to live in the truth? I'm just asking. We're not going to live in the truth on this platform? The truth. Is the truth invited to the conversation or not? I'm just asking. I'm telling you how it happens every single time. Hey, what's up, Tammy? Sammy, I see you. Hey, what's up, Valerie? Listen, most beautiful thing in the world, you are the goal. The goal is you. You didn't know that? You didn't know that? You didn't know that? See, nobody ever tells us that, so I don't blame you if you don't know it. Nobody ever tells us that. Nobody tells us that. People tell us all kinds of things, but they never tell us that. You are the goal. There is no external goal. Come on, you got to catch this. The external goal is only some extension or manifestation of you. Think about what I'm saying. It's right in front of you. No, Coach, the goal was to start my business. Where did the business come from? Did you give birth to the business or did the business give birth to you? What is it? Well, tell me which one. What side of the street we standing on? Did you give birth to the business or did the business give birth to you? The goal is you. The goal is to unlock every single version of yourself because there are so many versions of you that haven't been unlocked yet. And every time you start chasing people and all of those things, you lock that door and you shut the door to the most powerful versions of yourself. It was never about other people. It was never about other people. The game was never about other people. The game is about you. Can you unlock? It's like a video game. Can you unlock? See, when you're playing a video game, you might start out on level 1. And you lose and lose and lose on level 1 until you master level 1, and then you go to level 2. And you lose and lose and lose on level 2 until you master level 2, and then you keep leveling up. That's what life is. You keep leveling up. But it has nothing to do with player 2. It has nothing to do with player 3. It's about you. The goal is you. The destination is you. Not how many people can you add. Not how many people can you get to love you. How much can you love you? How deep can your love for you run? How much belief can you attach and apply to you? That had nothing to do with other people. The game is about you. Who are you underneath the labels? Who are you underneath all of the expectations and all of that? Who are you underneath the name that you carry? Who are you underneath everything that society has told you to be? Who are you? And when I say who are you, I'm talking about the version of you that God created. And what are you capable of? What can you accomplish? What can you achieve? We got time to put you on a back burner? No, we need you at the front of the room. No more back burner. We don't have time for that. Putting your goals and dreams on hold for someone else. Because I'm going to tell you like this, people change like the weather. The person can love you today and hate you tomorrow. Today's friend can become tomorrow's enemy. People change, man. You can't start putting your dreams and your life and everything on the back burner so that you can help this person become everything they want to be, only for them to become everything that they want to be, and then decide that they no longer want to be with you. And I'm going to tell you why. And I wouldn't even blame that person if they said that. Let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Watch this, Dave. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why that's important. I'm going to tell you why that's important. People are fickle, but this is awareness. This is awareness. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let's live in the truth. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. So here you are, and here the person is, right? You got goals and dreams. They have goals and dreams. So you say, because you're kind and always putting people first, you say, well, let's build your dream. So the person says, okay. You can start doing everything you can to build that person's dream and to help that person build their dream. Well, guess what? When they get to the top of that dream, when they accomplish that goal or that dream, they are no longer the version of themselves that they were when they made that agreement with you. They are someone else, which means that they think different, they believe different, they feel different. Everything is different. Their consciousness is different. Everything is different. They no longer see you through the same filter that they saw you through when you got started to begin with. Now you're still there. You're still at level 1. They're on level 5 now because they're already standing in the shoes of a different version of themselves. I need you to catch that. So it's not that the person you like, and I'm gonna tell you why people will say, "Oh, well, that ain't, coach. That person should love me and still do this and still do that." No. You've helped them to unlock a version of themselves that they know that is more powerful than the version of themselves that they were when they made that original agreement with you. That's why you can never put your goals and dreams on the back burner for someone else, because every time you learn something new, you become someone new. So every time that person was learning something new with respect to that particular goal or that particular dream, they were transforming mentally. They were transforming emotionally. They were transforming spiritually. And now when they look back at you, they don't see you through the same eyes that they saw you through when you guys first started out on helping them to become the greatest version of themselves. I need you to catch that. And it's not because the person is doing this or playing with you. It has nothing to do with that. They don't see you anymore the same way, right? Everything, their vision has changed because their consciousness has changed. Because every time you add something new to your consciousness, it changes the arrangement of your mind. Now, having said that, had this person never started out on this goal or this dream or whatever the case may be, they would have continued to see you the same way that they saw you the day that you guys met. You guys would have continued to move through life that way. But the moment that this person starts leveling up and you stay here because you're trying to help them climb that mountain, help them to become the greatest, you're going to lose the game. You're going to lose. I promise you this. You're going to lose the person. You're going to lose everything. I'm telling you, you're going to lose. I'm going to give it to you in a way that I know you don't. If you've ever started a business before, or if you're on this, you've been on this self-awareness journey with me before, or you've been on this journey with me for a while with respect to self-awareness, right? Who you are right now is not who you were when you started with me. You are not the same person. Who you are right now, you would not date you. You would not date that version of you, especially if you've been rocking with me for the last 6 months. You would not date that version of you that you were with from the perspective of the version of you that you wouldn't do it. Not because you think you're better, not because vibrationally you're like, nah, you two asleep. That version of me wasn't, nah, coach, you right. That version of me, right? Because you changed. Okay, well, look at that person the same way. It's no different. Their vision is different now. Doesn't mean that but when you lack self-awareness, you don't understand that. In your mind, you're being kind, you're being compassionate, you're being understanding. You're like, I help my man or I help my woman to become this. And then you wonder why things start changing. You like, you acting different now. You acting funny now. Yeah, they acting different and funny. They're different. They're not the same person anymore. And you help them to do it. You just pushed this person all the way out of your life because you thought you were being kind and compassionate. You did it, and you don't even realize that you did it. The moment that the people in your life start changing, you need to start changing. And as they level up, you need to level up. But if you stay there, and only thing you're doing is being some financial resource for this person. You're leveraging your credit and you're giving up the money and you running errands and you're doing all of those things. But intellectually and spiritually and emotionally, you haven't changed, but they're changing. They're studying all of these new things that they need to do and studying marketing and they're studying business and you just sitting there watching. You getting coffee for them and you getting drinks for them and you running to the store and you picking up food and you ordering DoorDash, but you're still the same. You have pushed this person out of your life. Does that make sense? Yeah. I'm telling you, you got to be careful with that, man. We like to help people. I'm telling you, life is a single player game. Stop playing it at a multiplayer level. Stop playing it at a multiplayer level, man. The game is about you. The goal is about you. Everything is about you. It's about you. We like to make it about other people, and that's kind and that's nice and all of that. But again, it's about you. It's not about them. So one more time. The loss of one thing is the birth of another. We don't lose people because to lose something means that it was yours. That's the only way you can lose something is if it belonged to you to begin with. And no person on this planet belongs to you, so it's time for you to stop living out of your illusions. We don't lose people, we lose ourselves trying to hold on to people. We don't lose people, we lose ourselves trying to hold on to people. Because the person is a gift to you and not your possession. Every person is a gift. What did we say? What did we say just a minute ago? Blessings and lessons. Every single person fits into one of those categories. They're either a blessing to you, for you, or they're a lesson. They're one or the other. You win no matter what. No matter what, you win. Whether that person is a blessing, you win. If they're a lesson, you win. You don't lose in life. But the label that you attach to life, it's what's making you lose. Not because reality has called you a loser, because you've placed some label on reality that doesn't fit the situation. That's why awareness is so important. We start labeling everything. And then whatever you label, that's what you're going to experience. And we spend so much time trying to control the person versus enjoying the experience of them. We spending so much time wanting to control this and to control that. We've got so many expectations on the person, and we want to put this person in some cage and place this person on some pedestal and all of these things. There's all of this control going on versus you just enjoying the person. Damn, can we not just do that? Let me qualify that. Because that's what you do in reality. You don't try to control the sunset. You just enjoy the sunset. You don't try to control the ocean. You just enjoy the ocean. You don't walk up with some shovel and you start shoveling up snow and say, well, we need a little bit more water over here. You don't do any of that. But that's what we do with people. We don't just enjoy people because we're too busy placing expectations on them. We're too busy needing them to be what our computer, going back to what I said earlier, we're too busy needing them to be what our computer says they need to be so that we can be happy, so that we can feel fulfilled, so that we can experience love and joy and all of those things. I need you to fit into my computer's program. And when you don't fit into my computer's program, I'm going to punish myself by releasing negative feelings in me based upon my reaction to you, based upon the meaning that I attach to what you didn't do for me. Where's the wisdom in that? I'm just asking. I'm not asking you to do anything different. I'm just asking you, where's the wisdom there? Maybe you see something that I don't see. That's what we're doing. We're so busy trying to control the situation. We're so busy trying to make this person fit into the story that we have created in our mind about who we think they should be, that we're not enjoying the person. Come on, turning heads. Let them know. All of what you just said right there. That part right there, Elisa. That part right there. Hey, what's up, Miss Sunny? Again, we're so busy needing people to be what we need them to be. See, right there. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm finna hit you. I'm ready to hit you with a question. Red, Dej, Elisa, Silver CEO, Lynetta. Come on, you guys. Tara, come on. Stacy, let me hit you with this. Kels, can you love someone if you need them? Can you love someone unconditionally? Turning heads. Can you love someone unconditionally if you need them? Can love and need fit in the same environment? Come on, Nat. De Niro said no. Lisa said no. Silver CEO said no. Valerie said no. Come on, Suki. But that's what we're doing. Is that not what we're doing? I'm not talking about us on this. We talking about everybody else, not us. So you don't need to take anything I'm saying personally. Is that not what we're doing? The person is jumping in the relationship because there's some need that they have convinced themselves that this person can fulfill. There's a need there. And if I need you, how can I love you? Because need is attached to expectation. I'm expecting something. So I give you love. I need you to give that back to me. I believe in you. I need you to give that back to me. I'm kind to you. I need you to give that back for me. And see, unconditional love doesn't need anything because it's shining its light on everything. There are no expectations here. I don't expect anything. That's conditional love when you're expecting something. So if there's need there, that means that there's some void in me that I need you to fulfill. Right? Again, we just shadow boxing. That's all. We shadow boxing right now. Again, we spend so much time trying to control the person versus enjoying the experience of them. We spend so much time living out of the fear that we may lose them We're so focused on losing the person that we never appreciate the person. We sit here thinking about, are they cheating and what are they doing and who are they when they're not around me and all of these other things like that. We spend so much time focused on what our computer needs them to be, focused on the story that we've created in our minds about who we need them to be for us, what role we need them to play, right? The need that we have for this person. And my point is that the fear of the loss of this person, I don't want anybody else to get her. And if anybody look at her crazy, I'm gonna fight, beat somebody up, or I don't want anyone. No. The only threat to your relationship is the person that you sleep with. There are no threats. There's not a single external threat to your relationship right now. Let me say that one more time, just in case your whole earpiece fell out. I said there's not a single external threat to your relationship right now. It is humanly impossible for there to be an external threat to your relationship. The threat to your relationship is the person that you wake up next to every day. But due to our programming and conditioning, we've been programmed and conditioned to think that the threat comes from the outside. No. The threat comes from the inside. Somebody opened that door. Somebody entertained the flirting. Somebody entertained some experience that they wanted to have that didn't include you. Someone let that person pass that gate to the relationship. It does not come. There's not a single person. See, and you'll hear women say this, oh, I don't want this bee around my man, and I don't want her, this, I don't trust them around my man. No. You need to not trust your man. Because nobody can give him anything that he didn't already want. No one can give him anything that he didn't already desire. No one can make him accept or take something that he didn't already want, period. Don't tell me about them. No, I don't even hear about them. No one can give your woman anything that she didn't already want. I can listen, let me say it this way. I'm going to say it in a way I know you won't miss it. I can bake the most delicious cake in the world. I'm talking about the best chocolate cake on the planet. I can't make you take a single bite of that cake, period. But the moment you take a bite of that cake, that's on you. I can bring you the most delicious steak in the world. I'm talking about this steak was flown up from halfway across the world. Seasoned up perfectly, all of that. I can't get you to take a single bite of that steak. But the moment you take a bite of that steak, that's on you. People coming up and offering your significant other themselves a phone number, an email address, my social media address, whatever the case may be, has no power. I can offer you things all day long. My offering has no power. All of the power comes from the acceptance. The cheating started when they accepted it, not when someone offered it. Don't ever get that confused. So stop focusing on the people outside of your relationship. That's not what you need to be paying attention to. You can save all of that energy. There's so much energy that you're wasting every single day thinking that the threat is going to come from the outside. No, it's coming from that person you wake up next to. But again, due to our programming and conditioning, we're focused on the external threat. So when you're out, I'm going to tell you what happens. When you're operating out of lower mind, you'll walk into a restaurant. If you're a woman, you'll walk into a restaurant. And if you're not fully secure with yourself, and there's like all of these other beautiful women inside the restaurant, you'll start to look at these women and you're focused on the fact that they're looking at your man or whatever the case may be. They're looking at your man because your man is attractive. That's the same reason why you with him, right? Because he's attractive. Okay, well, that's why they're looking at him, because he's attractive. But they're not the threat. You want to put him in as many environments like that as possible because you want to see how does he react and respond. He's teaching you something in that moment, but you're so busy paying attention to them that you don't see what his reaction is to that energy and that attention that he's getting. How is he changing? Is he becoming something different in that moment? Is he behaving different? Is he acting cooler, acting taller, walking taller, acting stronger? What is he doing? But you're so busy focused on them. You ain't paying attention to what he's doing. Flip that coin on its axis. It's no different than if you were a man, right? And you got all of these handsome dudes. You got all of these cock diesel dudes walking around and, these tall, handsome brothers walking around and all this other stuff like that. You're looking at them. How is she acting? How is she responding? What is she doing? What's her energy in that moment? But we don't see that because, again, we've been programmed and conditioned to focus on the threat. The threat is not outside of you. The threat is standing next to you, sitting right here. Right here. The only threat to your relationship is your partner. Put the focus where it needs to be. Put the focus where it needs to be. Somebody said I was at a family gathering and realized that. Somebody said I was at a family gathering and realized that. Man, I didn't get to dive into this live like I wanted to. But I'm going to stop right there. All right. So he said, damn. But you guys know we're going live tonight inside the community, so it's